You give so much of yourself, your heart, your precious time, your boundless energy. You pour it all into the connection, hoping for reciprocity. And in return, they offer just enough attention, just enough affection, just enough presence to keep you hanging on. This feeling, this dynamic is incredibly common, a shared human experience. It leaves you questioning, wondering what fundamental piece you might be missing. You are not crazy, you are not broken. Please let that truth sink deep into your bones. You have simply been conditioned to interpret certain signals differently. Understanding this pattern is the first step towards liberation. This dawning awareness holds immense power. It marks the true beginning of profound and lasting change. The frustration that builds within you is immense, isn't it? It can feel like a heavy weight pressing down on your spirit, chasing a connection that shimmers just out of reach, like a mirage in a vast desert, walking on eggshells, meticulously measuring your words and actions, striving to say the perfect thing, hoping to unlock the affection you yearn for. It is an utterly exhausting endeavor. This relentless chase leaves you feeling profoundly drained, and often, despite all your efforts, deeply and painfully alone. This video, this shared space, is dedicated to fostering deep understanding. Our primary aim is to explore why we attract emotionally unavailable people. Understanding these patterns allows us to change them. Knowledge is a powerful catalyst for transformation. This journey is about reclaiming your power and worth. It is about choosing yourself as the foundation for all your relationships. Emotional unavailability is not simply a matter of someone being busy. It signifies a consistent, pervasive pattern of relational distance and emotional detachment. This often leaves their partners feeling perpetually on the outside, peering in through a window but never truly invited into the heart of the home. Initially, individuals who are emotionally unavailable can present as incredibly charming, even captivating. However, this charm frequently lacks genuine emotional depth. It often serves as a well-crafted, polished facade. Inconsistency is a deeply unsettling, yet classic hallmark of emotional unavailability. Their distance is not a judgment on your adequacy. Rather, it is a clear manifestation of their own emotional limitations. At the heart of emotional unavailability lies a fear of vulnerability. Being truly seen with all imperfections feels terrifying. Vulnerability is often seen as weakness or a threat. This fear drives their relational behavior. They build emotional walls to protect themselves, avoiding genuine connection and intimacy. Conversations stay superficial, avoiding deeper topics. This creates a one-sided dynamic, leaving you feeling unseen. Blame shifting is a damaging tactic used by emotionally unavailable individuals. They avoid responsibility for their emotional state or relationship issues. Instead, they project their discomfort and inadequacies onto their partner. This deflection protects their fragile ego and maintains emotional distance. They might accuse you of being too needy, sensitive, or demanding. Your healthy desire for intimacy is reframed as a flaw. This tactic silences your concerns and challenges your expectations. It prevents constructive conflict resolution and genuine intimacy. True partnership requires mutual accountability and willingness to grow. Constant blame erodes self-worth and emotional well-being. Early experiences with caregivers shape our understanding of love. If love felt conditional, this becomes our normal. We learn to navigate relationships based on this blueprint. Inconsistent caregivers teach us to strive for fleeting moments of connection. Love becomes intertwined with uncertainty and effort. We might seek partners who replicate this dynamic. Unmet childhood needs drive us to seek validation from romantic partners. We hope to resolve old wounds through these relationships. This often leads to reenacting original pain rather than healing. Recognizing this pattern is crucial for breaking the cycle. Our nervous system plays a crucial role in attraction patterns. It guides us towards familiar dynamics, even if unhealthy. Emotional inconsistency feels like home if it was our childhood norm. This recognition can feel like comfort despite challenges. Intense chemistry with unavailable partners may be misinterpreted. Our system mistakes emotional dysregulation for passion. Learning to differentiate between agitated pull and genuine connection is vital. True safety with a consistent partner may feel unfamiliar initially. We must appreciate calm, steady relationships. Recalibrating our internal compass helps recognize true safety. Trauma bonds form in relationships with intermittent reinforcement. Unavailable partners replicate this dynamic, creating strong attachments. The unpredictable affection creates longing and hope. Moments of closeness after distance create a chemical rush. This high reinforces attachment, making it hard to leave. We chase these moments like a gambler hoping for a win. The intensity of reunions is mistaken for profound love. We project unresolved childhood longing onto unavailable partners. This turns the relationship into a quest to transform them. True love should be reciprocated freely and consistently. Inner anxiety fuels attraction to emotionally unavailable individuals. We seek external soothing for internal unease. The chase offers temporary distraction from our own discomfort. It gives restless energy a purpose, even if unfulfilling. Chasing an unavailable partner creates an illusion of purpose. This pursuit is a form of self-avoidance. Soothing from this chase is fleeting and dependent on their behavior. Intermittent reinforcement heightens baseline anxiety. Recognizing this chase as a symptom of inner state is crucial. Cultivating emotional safety within ourselves breaks the cycle. The pattern begins with hope and connection. Initial engagement feels promising and real. Subtle shifts begin, creating small dissonances. Emotional distance grows, and connection becomes inconsistent. You recognize the familiar dynamic of unavailability. This realization brings frustration and weariness. Each cycle chips away at hope and resilience. Feeling trapped in this loop is disheartening. Understanding this pattern is the first step to change. Finding a new rhythm for relationships is possible. As the pattern with an emotionally unavailable partner solidifies, a subtle yet profound shift often occurs within us. We begin, often unconsciously, to abandon ourselves. This self-abandonment is rarely a single dramatic act. Instead, it is a slow, quiet erosion of our own needs, desires, and boundaries in a desperate attempt to maintain the connection, however precarious it may be. We start to prioritize their comfort over our own, their moods over our emotional well-being. This process is insidious. As we might tell ourselves we are being patient, understanding, or simply making things work, when in reality, we are slowly losing touch with our authentic self. Our own voice, once clear and assertive about what we need, starts to quieten. We stop expressing our feelings of hurt or confusion, fearing it might push them further away. We learn to swallow our disappointment when plans are changed last minute or when emotional support is noticeably absent. The things that truly matter to us, our values, our non-negotiables in a relationship, get pushed to the side. We might find ourselves agreeing to things we wouldn't normally accept or tolerating behaviors that make us uncomfortable. This silencing of our inner truth is a profound act of self-betrayal, all in the hope of securing their elusive affection and presence. To keep the peace or to coax out moments of connection, we might begin to compromise our core values or neglect our personal boundaries. Perhaps you value direct communication, but find yourself deciphering mixed signals. Maybe you need consistency, yet you adapt to their unpredictable behavior. You might stop spending time on your own hobbies or with your friends, focusing all your energy on the relationship. These compromises, small at first, accumulate over time, creating a significant distance between who we truly are and who we become in the relationship. We are essentially molding ourselves into what we think they want, hoping this will finally make us worthy of their consistent love. The cumulative effect of this self-abandonment is a painful sense of losing oneself. You might look in the mirror one day and barely recognize the person staring back. Your energy is depleted, your spirit dimmed. The joy and vibrancy you once felt might seem like distant memories. This feeling of being adrift, disconnected from your own essence, is a devastating consequence of trying to sustain a connection with someone who cannot or will not truly meet you. Reclaiming yourself begins with recognizing this erosion and making a conscious choice to honor your own needs and boundaries once more, even if it means risking the relationship. Deep within the pattern of attracting emotionally unavailable partners lies a hidden hope. We believe their love will heal our old wounds. This belief places an unfair burden on them. Our healing is our own responsibility. Realizing this is liberating. It empowers us to embark on our own journey of inner healing, independent of anyone else's love. Caught in the current, the struggle to break free from the pattern. Breaking free from unhealthy patterns can feel almost impossible. Internal conflict arises, knowing the relationship causes pain but feeling bound to it. This tug of war is exhausting. It creates chronic indecision and anxiety. We oscillate between leaving and staying, hoping for change. Fear of loneliness keeps us stuck. The thought of an empty space is terrifying. We worry about never finding anyone else. These fears overshadow the reality of our current pain. Familiar discomfort feels safer than the unknown. What if scenarios fuel our inability to leave? What if they change? What if this is as good as it gets? Intermittent moments of closeness offer hope. This creates a cognitive trap, focusing on potential future rather than present reality. The pattern reinforces the feeling of being caught. Emotional highs and lows create an addictive bond. Each cycle of hope and disappointment entrenches the dynamic. Recognizing these forces is crucial. It shows the complexity and power of emotional entanglements. The dawn of inner stillness, cultivating self-regulation. The journey to break free begins within you. It starts with self-regulation. This means learning to manage your own internal emotional climate. It is about becoming the calm eye in your own storm. It is not about controlling others or situations. Instead, it is about mastering your responses to them. This skill is the bedrock of emotional freedom. It is your first, most powerful step. You learn to soothe your own anxieties. You discover your own inner anchor. This changes everything. When you can regulate your own emotions, you create internal safety. Imagine a warm, secure space inside you, a place you can always return to, no matter what. This inner sanctuary reduces your dependence on external validation. You no longer need someone else's inconsistent attention to feel okay. The frantic search for reassurance begins to quieten. You start to realize that you can provide that feeling of security for yourself. This internal safety is a profound gift you give to yourself. It is unwavering. How do you begin to cultivate this inner stillness? Start small. Practice noticing your breath. Feel it move in and out. This simple act anchors you to the present moment. Try grounding techniques. Notice 5 things you can see, 4 things you can touch, 3 things you can hear. These practices calm a dysregulated nervous system. They bring you back to your body, back to safety. It's about consistent, gentle effort, not perfection. It's about showing up for yourself. This shift from reactivity to responsiveness is transformative. You stop being tossed around by every emotional wave. You learn to pause before you react. You begin to choose your responses with intention. This is not about suppressing emotions. It is about holding them with awareness and compassion. This newfound ability to self-regulate is the dawn of inner peace. And this peace becomes your new, unshakable power. It is the foundation for all healthy connections to come. Reclaiming your core, rebuilding innate self-worth. Your worth is not up for debate. It is not something you earn through another's approval. It is innate. It was there from the moment you were born. Emotionally unavailable partners cannot affirm this worth for you. Often, these dynamics actively chip away at it. You might have been taught, subtly or overtly, that your value is tied to being chosen, or tied to how much you can give, or tied to how well you can fix someone else. This is a painful illusion we must dismantle. Relationships with emotionally unavailable people often leave deep scars on our self-esteem. The constant questioning, the feeling of never being quite enough. If I were better, they would stay. If I were more lovable, they would commit. These thoughts are common. They are painful echoes of the dynamic. They are not truths about your inherent value. They are reflections of the other person's limitations, and reflections of a pattern that has taken root. Recognizing this is crucial for healing. Rebuilding your self-worth is an active, tender process. It begins with radical self-compassion. Treat yourself with the same kindness you would offer a dear friend. Challenge that harsh inner critic. Its voice is often an echo of past hurts, not current reality. Start acknowledging your strengths, your resilience, your unique qualities. Celebrate small victories. Every time you honor your needs, you are rebuilding. Every time you choose self-respect, you are reclaiming your core. This is sacred work. True self-worth does not require an external mirror. You do not need someone else to reflect your value back to you for it to exist. It is there, within you, steadfast and whole. Learning to source this validation internally is liberating. It means their presence or absence no longer dictates your sense of self. You are worthy because you are. Period. This understanding untangles you from the desperate need for their approval. This is the path to genuine emotional independence and strength. The new compass. Recognizing and prioritizing emotional safety. Emotional safety becomes your new true north. It must be your non-negotiable standard in all relationships. But what does this truly mean? Emotional safety is the feeling of being able to be your authentic self without fear. It means there is consistency. There is respect, even in disagreement. Trust is built and nurtured. Your feelings are acknowledged, not dismissed. You feel seen, heard, and valued for who you are. This is the bedrock of healthy connection. It is what you deserve. This new standard will feel very different from the old familiar chaos. The drama, the intense highs and lows, the anxiety of the chase. These are not indicators of passionate love. They are often red flags signaling emotional unavailability. The old patterns might have felt exciting, but that excitement was often rooted in uncertainty and fear. True emotional safety feels calm. It feels steady. It allows you to relax and breathe. It fosters growth, not depletion. It is a peaceful harbor. Learn to recognize the early warning signs of emotional unavailability. Trust your gut instincts. Those little nudges, those feelings of unease are important messengers. Notice inconsistent communication. Observe if they avoid emotional depth or true vulnerability. Pay attention to blame shifting or a reluctance to take responsibility. These are not small quirks to overlook. They are vital pieces of information. Listening to these signals early on can save you immense heartache. It empowers you to choose differently. Making emotional safety your priority might mean saying no more often. It might mean walking away from connections that feel unsettling, even if there's a strong attraction. This will require courage. At first, a safe, consistent connection might even feel boring to a nervous system wired for turmoil. Embrace this new boring. It is the feeling of peace. It is the feeling of stability. It is the ground upon which genuine, lasting love can finally be built. This is your new compass guiding you home. Walking the path of conscious choice. Embracing a different future. This journey is about making conscious choices. Take everything you are learning and put it into practice. You are the active architect of your relational life. Each day, you have the power to choose differently. Choose pathways that lead to peace and well-being. This is an act of profound empowerment. Embrace this new path with courage and self-love. Trust the emerging feeling of stability and genuine security. With every conscious choice, you step further onto a path filled with potential for true connection and lasting peace. Choosing peace within. My story mirrored a painful chase for love, drawn to emotionally distant people. I mistook this pursuit for profound love, a pattern I had to break. The shift began with a quiet awareness, realizing the common denominator was me. I learned to offer myself unwavering emotional support, choosing internal peace. This journey is available to you, a daily practice of choosing peace over chaos. Embrace this quiet revolution within your heart. Here, authentic love can truly grow.